my side, you don't know.
I'm so confident.
I'm glad someone is.
Somebody follows just to prove me wrong.
Well, shit.
Well, dang. Thanks for the follow.
I love that you changed your profile picture to the angry ass one.
Yeah, man.
Hmm?
Uncle
yeah.
Boof, where's the music?
Sorry, I had to.
I call that the sexy girl picture.
Hey, Boof. And hey, everyone in chat, how's it going?
What's up, guys? Welcome to stream.
So you may have noticed the picture in the bottom right of the screen and its relevance right now.
Hey, Captain Fail Sauce has mastered the subscribe button. Thanks for subscribing, Captain Fail Sauce.
Thanks for subscribing, man. Big thanks. You'll just have to bear with me. I'm just finishing up like a big old cup of coffee.
Will there be a PS4 port? Maybe. We have one planned, but we have to go through different stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
what we have planned and what might actually happen are two completely different things. So for now, all we're saying is like we want to, but yeah. outside of that, look at the bottom corner of my screen.
Drake is the new Prime Boss reference. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so just a little bit of background. I took a break from the jungle boss for a few streams, just to kind of like clear my head on him a little bit, talk him over with a couple of my peers, a couple of other members of the team, discuss things that are working and not working with him, and that's like why I was working on Theo at the time, was just to kind of keep everything rolling, so there was no like downtime or anything. Like things are still being produced. Like even if I'm not working on one thing, I'll be working on another thing. You know, that's basically how it goes. And what we came to the conclusion was the crystals, they just kind of don't really work at the moment. They're just kind of like there, and they don't really make sense. We still want crystals to be like a core component of you know, the game, certain parts of the design and everything, but they just don't work in this particular instance. So I'm probably going to be like either getting rid of them or at least toning them down a little bit. And at the same time, I kind of want to make the kaiju feel a bit kind of, I don't know, a bit more weighty. Like to me at the moment, he doesn't feel particularly heavy. You know, like he should be. He should look like he weighs a ton. And right now he just looks jacked, but I want him to look like he's heavy, you know? So yeah, thick. So just thick, like extra thick. So that's kind of the direction I'm going to be taking this guy at the moment.
Let's see.
And then in a short while, you know, when things have progressed with this, I'll be moving back to Theo, and we'll be, you know, carrying on with that.
Genji Bass has joined the fray. Thanks for following, Genji.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was that late already.
No worries, man. So just let everyone know, like I've made a backup of the original jungle boss and everything. So like all the changes that I'm making right now, they can all be, you know, reverted back like super easily. It's not a big dealio.
Let's see. And Percival, that is a very irresponsible donation.
And no irresponsible donations, please, guys.
I'm watching you.
Oh, he looks so weird without his crystals. Look at this.
He looks naked without his crystals.
Oh, he does. He just looks weird. Just looks really weird.
We'll catch up in about 15 seconds.
Yep.
You guys will see. Just trust me on that. We'll see.
Oh my gosh.
I'm still waiting for it. Hold on. he looks like he's getting ready for a job interview.
Oh, I'm just gonna take off these horns. Need to look professional.
Get you a prime boss that can do both.
Yeah. But don't sweat it. Like I said, this is gonna be fun.
Apparently we fired Booth.
Did we fire Booth?
Apparently we did.
Did we not just default to firing Warren for Booth's mistakes?
Well, according to Booth, we fired him.
Oh, damn.
Get out, Booth.
Looking forward to music in the next state of the game. I was like, well, you won't be hearing my music. They fired me.
Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry to hear that.
But thanks for coming back on stream. No hard feelings.
Yeah, no hard feelings. Do you know what? It just reminds me of the movie Office Space, where they're like, oh, so it turns out this guy has been he's not been with the company for like 3 years, but he's just been receiving his paycheck all this time, and we've rectified that error. He's like, wait, what? So you fired him? No, I mean we've rectified the error. It's like he's working in the basement and they've just taken away his pay.
Can I rig the crystals so they can be removed? I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know what they planned, so we'll figure it out.
Can we what?
Somebody Silver Shadow said, can I rig the crystals so they can be removed? You can, I guess. It's the lizard dude from Amazing Spider-Man.
Killer Croc, yeah.
Killer Croc.
Wait, is it Killer Croc? No,
yeah,
that's
so.
DC, isn't it? Yeah, DC is...
oh,
Doc
DC
Croc.
is Killer Croc, that's
is
right.
It Doc Croc, or...?
Yeah, Doc Croc, I guess. Spider-Man has a lot Spider-Man has a lot of villains with PhDs.
Yeah. That's funny, considering he's like a 15-year-old in high school.
Yeah.
If you become a PhD doctor, you automatically become a villain in Spider-Man world.
Yeah. And don't worry, I'm gonna bring back his horns. He's gonna have different horns and stuff.
Well, considering that we talked a lot about what happened in Infinity War, and we've already discussed that we can discuss now because people.
Oh wait, yeah. I did. I gave notice in the last stream. I said if people haven't seen it by this stream, we're going to be allowed to discuss Infinity War.
Yeah,
I have to go then, I guess.
That
Bye.
Spider-Man doesn't really exist at the moment, so.
Still feels super shitty to do it. Let's not.
Okay.
I'm like
you sound so sad about that. Just okay.
We'll leave it at that.
Let's not talk about my favorite film.
What did you think about that? What did you think about that Canadian woman I posted there in our lovely channel?
You posted a Canadian woman? Let's have a look.
Yeah, did you see that in the Not Safe for Work channel?
Oh man, that's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
I saw that this morning, and I could not breathe. I could not see from laughter. It's been a while since I've laughed that hard.
Okay. Are we back?
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Fine.
Okay. Greetings from Russia. I like watching recordings of your streams, so I'm going to sleep. Night.
Good night.
Fun isn't the first thing one considers when watching modeling streams, but this does put a smile on my face. We're glad that we were able to put a smile on your face.
Mild spoiler here, but that line isn't even in the fucking movie.
I didn't even hear it. I just took my headphones off and I was like, okay. I'm unsubbing and taking my bits back. Good, TMNT.
Alright, so what are we thinking about doing with him, Almighty?
Making him fucking huge.
Thick.
We're adding some thickness to it and some depth.
I think I'm gonna go back to kind of like the original idea of having him have almost like a gorilla-like posture, so super hunched over.
Rampage.
Yeah. Like resting on his knuckles, kind of shit,
Cool. Hashtag Rampage basic assets. No, that's not happening, anyone.
Make sure he's in an A or T pose when you send him off, or I won't be able to get good joint alignment.
we will motion capture an all new gorilla for this.
Yep.
For this prime buff,
Oh,
jungle buff, whatever. You
Shadow is who on our Shadow is our animator, right? Or rigger?
Is that Tyler?
Oh, we should probably do an introduction.
Silver Shadow is Tyler. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so guys, we have who's our rigger? Yeah, rigger.
Yeah, he's our rigger.
Okay, guys, so we have rigger in chat today. So if you guys have any questions for our rigger, you can ask our rigger questions.
Want to talk about the movement of characters?
Yeah. What'd you call me?
Oswald, silence.
You can't just go around calling people riggers.
I grew up in LA. I got that called more than anybody.
But you're like super white.
Oh, I'm not.
Hello, everyone
In
from the
complexion.
Paragon fam.
Only in complexion.
Ask him all the questions. You don't have to. What do you mean you're camera shy? You're in chat. Blah blah blah.
I'm gonna make this guy look like he belongs in the jungle. It's gonna be huge.
Where they have fun in
Welcome
games.
to my jungle.
We got fun and games.
He does.
You've got death and disappointment.
We got everything you want. You ain't gonna leave here the same.
Does this mean I can be banned for saying rigger? That's the name of his job. It's fine.
It's all about context.
Where's May?
HR.
Yeah, HR.
Only riggers can call each other riggers. You have to say something else.
Joint application person.
There we go.
Right, we did an interview with a potential character artist applicant yesterday, where he basically, he just went off on one about how tech artists are horrible people, and I'm sat there like, oh.
Did you finish that? Like, okay, that's all good. Did you finish that? We're like, well, it's good to know what you think about me, sir.
Yeah. It's like, well, thanks.
He's like, oh, well, this is awkward.
I'm sure it's one of those things for the relationships, since you guys work with one another. If you send them something that they've got a rig that is like something like a spider character or something, they just look at you and go, you ass.
yeah. The more complex the rig has to be, the rig is just like, or it's probably more topology than anything else. Like if you're like an experienced character artist and you should really know better kind of thing, and you send them like something with like really shitty topology, so like triangles all in places where there's gonna be lots of deformation, or like not enough loops to support like an elbow bend or something like that. That's when a rigger just turns around and it's like, guy, we need to talk.
We need to have a conversation. Hello, everybody. Would you guys take outside source concept art for Wukong, since no one on the team wants to make any? It's not in our current plan right now.
Do you know what we have? I'll open up a little bit about this. We've discussed internally the idea of maybe having like some theological figures or mythological figures and stuff. And the key or the core argument against it at the moment is basically like, we don't want to be seen to be copying Smite or whatever. Personally, I don't think that that's a particularly good argument. I think if you're going to make an argument about if you're going to make an argument not to have a character, it should be based on what you particularly like or dislike or anything like that. So the idea that like we shouldn't have something because another MOBA has it, or even that we should have something because another MOBA has it, like those arguments don't really hold much weight to me personally.
They're fairly weak arguments.
Yeah, they are fairly weak arguments.
I pointed out in the chat that it's not the concept art that's the issue; it's the fact that none of the modelers want to make Wukong.
Yeah, that's it. So like we discussed the idea of a couple of different mythological figures and stuff, and the core thing for Wukong at the moment, bless him, is that like literally none of us want to make him except if it was going to be like a parody or something.
Yeah, I literally think we should have Wukong. Here's our Wukong character. I literally think it should be a 4-foot-tall young little girl with a T-shirt with a monkey on it. That's what I think should be our Wukong.
And she breaks the fourth wall.
The fourth wall, yes. That's what should happen. Some
Basically,
tiny little child running around that's 8 years old who pulls out a staff and beats you upside the head with it with her little monkey T-shirt.
And I think that it should be like a 17 or 18-year-old kid who works as a janitor somewhere, watches way too many kung fu movies, and like instead of having like the pole, he has a mop and he wears a Wukong T-shirt and he's just like super weeb.
I honestly think that is a much better idea than mine. That is excellent.
I think that the girl, 14-year-old girl, can be the tier 2 skin.
He's changing an entire model for a skin.
That's right. This is a tier 8 skin.
We just changed the character completely. That's it. It's a completely different character.
$60 worth.
You guys didn't know that about Twin Blast, did you? Twin Blast was the tier 8 skin for Murdoch.
I'm also for Boof's suggestion of having a Wukong a machine gun.
A monkey walking around with 2 gigantic like plasma machine guns, that would be excellent.
The thing is, to me, a Wukong parody should absolutely be a parody of just like martial arts films and games in general. So like his name could be like Wu Kang, as a play on like Liu Kang.
Wu Kang.
Yeah, as a play on Liu Kang from.
Do you know who we should get to animate him?
Combat.
I keep forgetting his name, but the dude from Police Academy. That's who should animate him.
Michael Jones.
Yeah, Jones.
Let's see.
At the start of the match, he's got the little animation of time.
Hey Almighty, what do you think of having his outermost finger start halfway up his forearm, but it's just as long?
Sounds gross, and I like it. It's probably not going to happen, but I do like that idea. I might steal that one for something else. Keep coming at me with the sick ideas.
The Jaws 18 says Wu Quang.
What they don't realize, what the modelers don't realize, is that this prime isn't actually prime. It's Wukong. Just don't tell Almighty.
Yeah, this guy's got a kit. Like they're just gonna shoehorn in a pole somewhere.
We decided this already internally, but shh, don't tell him,
Seeing as how Wukong is in every MOBA, the way I see it is that everyone I talk to says Wukong is OP in every MOBA. I'd like to see you guys be the first people to make Wukong generally balanced and not a huge annoyance.
If we make him, he's gonna be a support. No.
Don't come for us. Don't come for the support main. Let's see.
I like his little nubby fingers right now.
Looks like they just shoot rockets.
They're not
nab.
They're not going to be so nabby soon.
Gonna be nubbins. There's little nubbins.
My little nabs.
Tuppins. I got a quick question. Will his spines grow out of his body? Like, can you grow them at will?
You kind of can.
Omega Wukong support main confirmed.
I'm gonna delete that.
Look, the only time I ever, when I support, I either play CC, just CC train, or just straight up kill people with support. So
kill him with kindness.
Hashtag damage Zinx for support. Which was a great meta.
Just absolutely kill him with kindness. Like, have a shield bubble to the face.
I killed him with kitty claws, but that's kind of the same thing.
Because when I play League, I play Murder Sona, so I just build straight AP, and my ADC hates it every single time. But then like at the end of the game, I'm just like we're dashing around the map, and I was like, what are all this? How are you doing all this? And I'm like, because I'm not building support items. Leave me alone. I'm
dead support.
Yeah, my ADC is secretly the support. I'm just sitting here. And then you have to accidentally steal kills. Just like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cue them with my auto targeting
that
cue.
posture change right there was excellent.
Yeah.
Need to make the legs back up.
Back.
Like the hips at the moment, they're not wide enough to support that kind of posture.
Right.
Hey, he's getting thicker.
Yeah. extra thick. If this guy was a milkshake, you'd have to wait 3 hours before you could drink it.
I thought you were gonna say he'd have a line outside of his yard.
You can tell me to shut my face, and I'll totally get it. But from where I'm sitting, at the moment, his biceps are literally larger than his pecs.
Yeah, they're fucking huge, man. But yeah, like, don't worry, it's gonna change.
I love this character so much; it's ridiculous. Every time
this is your ideal body shape, isn't it, man? Just like, you imagine rolling out of bed and being in this posture, just be like, yeah, ready to fucking roll.
My legs are much better than his.
Oh, ooh. We've seen a picture of him too.
Yeah. I got pictures of Booth's ankles, man. I can't wait to make a Booth hero.
Does everybody just have a folder on their computer with just pictures of Booth waiting for updates? Work in progress.
Characters cast modeled after Booths.
Just this model. What do you like about Booth? Everything, but I want this model to have his arms. I want this one to have his calves.
Yeah. There's no one Booth hero. It's just like a string of heroes that have Booth-like characteristics.
You could have it. You could have some big, 250-pound guy running around smashing people over the head with pianos.
Hey. Things well thought out.
Well, I don't smash anybody over the head with a piano, but you know what I mean.
Well thought out is observing the fray. Thanks for the host. Well thought out.
Hopefully people can hear the music today.
Hopefully.
Don't want to get told off again. Like, where's the music?
This is the ideal male body.
Yeah, you may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
Gatorade model right here. What's your goal for number of characters heroes at launch? I think we said 25 or 15?
15, I think.
15 was
15?
the pre-alpha kind of thing, and for full release I think it was 25, 30.
Still gonna be a push though.
Hey, there's still games which are like 5 years old and they're still in beta.
Could you make that bulge there like a lot bigger?
No. I got in trouble for that last time.
You got in trouble for you get in trouble for the...
Shikar was all like, I had to edit out like half an hour of your stream before I put it on YouTube. That's why.
Because the mushroom?
Yeah, fantasy mushroom.
Is Booth going to mocap the jungle thick boss?
What was that?
Is Booth going to mocap the jungle thick boss?
I can do that. That'd be awesome.
That's just how Booth climbs upstairs. He just gets on all fours.
Yeah.
You have no idea how true that is. I do it chasing my kids all the time, actually acting like an ape. They think it's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Where's May? Rawr.
Rawr XD. I like how that started as my thing and then May just commandeered it.
Hashtag May voice pack for...
Is it confirmed? I'm gonna confirm it.
Rawr.
Rawr XD. I just need a picture of May just like in like a red suede robe sitting by a fireplace and like a couch with like a glass of wine.
Did you see the picture I did of May where she was like my lips are sealed?
Oh, oh yeah, I saw that.
She's like, my lips are sealed. So I was like, well, what kind of seal?
What? Well, let's see.
Mocap,
a real gorilla. I donate.
that could be potentially problematic.
That was a little bit dangerous.
It's like one zookeeper walks in and is like, so we're just gonna put this suit on you.
No,
Yeah.
no. That's how Planet of the
Trank
Apes
him.
starts.
Trank him.
Josh W 14,000 has joined the fray. Thanks for following.
Hashtag Project Harambe.
Cease this instant, sir.
Did you know they actually had a Harambe Rampage skin concepted?
Oh, that would have been excellent. That's what I always called him.
I'm so done.
It was legitimately called her rampage.
That is excellent. I may or may not be looking it up right now.
Gosh, I wish I could be in voice chat for this. I have so many questions to ask about them. You have direct access to us, sir.
Yeah, we're right here. We're right here. Just ask away. It's fine.
What kind of musical instrument master would you like to see? Musical instrument? I want
someone that plays an electric guitar like in Devil May Cry.
That would
like
be
a-
excellent.
I want like a really obscure instrument, like
Mercury.
that instrument they used to make horror movie sounds. I think it was like the rain drum. But I want him to have like a whole bunch of fear CC.
The only thing I'm thinking of is like a violin which does the screeching sound.
Just a bad instrument player. Anyone else getting skipped frames? Gamma 21 has joined the fray. Thanks for following.
Skip frames could potentially happen, I guess. Again, terrible internet. Blame
England.
British Telecom for their shit infrastructure.
Just blame England.
Yeah, blame England in general. Fucking
Blame England.
They can't. Most of the states blame Canada because that's what South Park told us to do.
Make sure those thumbs are straightened out as well. Better deformation that way, please.
We have a royal wedding coming up, so get ready.
yeah.
Better get ready for that tradition.
What, I've hiding
This
in
is
my
a
room again.
this is a fantastic day for Canada and therefore the world.
Shadow says, make sure the thumbs are straightened out as well for better
so-
deformation.
Um,
Yeah. Blah blah blah.
How many masters do you have currently that are being modeled, finished, or finishing concept? 473.
yeah.
Yeah.
All the-
Silver Shadow 558 has joined the fray. Thanks for following, Shadow. Besides the Prime buff, will there be any other buffs like Paragon had, like speed, ability, damage buff, etc.?
Who knows?
we do.
No, man. We did.
I do.
I love how his head moves, but his eyeball just said, fuck it.
yeah. His eyes was
I mean,
like,
they're just...
sorry
Take a
guys,
page from Magnus.
staying right here
Take a
now. Oh yeah, take a page
from
out of
Magnus's
Magnus's
book.
For those of you that weren't here for that, we went through a hilarious time where the Mangus rig was not fully like there were just some teeny tiny problems with it, and so Magnus's eyes would like stay where they were in relation to the head and stuff. So like when we had Magnus doing physics tests and falling over, the eyes would just like pop out of the head and fall onto the floor.
Rerats 14 has joined the fray. Thanks for following.
You can blame Silver Shadow for that, or thank him. You know, I thought it was hilarious.
So I know a few of the VG team are in Texas, and if the team are grouped up in Houston area, hit me up and I'll get a whole party together. I have access to some of the best barbecue recipes in the South.
Now, look, I'm gonna need you to stop because I don't get to go to those. So, just
Like, you're not allowed to have fun because I can't have fun.
yeah, you just gotta stop.
if I'm flying in, you gotta fly in.
Yeah, exactly. Like, don't get me right. Like, I really want to go. Like, I want to go to. I can't can't even remember the name of the place, but just
That's how badly you want to go.
yeah, that's how badly. All I know is like there's a picture of just like this circle pit full of meat.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
That describes so many places in America.
Right. The real question is, will this game have a Switch port?
Yes,
What, for Nintendo Switch? Yeah.
Yeah.
it's actually going to be our first port.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch is the first port, and we might go to PC after that.
Yeah,
After
yeah,
that,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
expecting a hyperscan
forget
port,
it,
but
yeah.
the licensing is weird. Will his eyelids be moving at all?
Don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not.
Probably not. Come to England and do the same for us.
His eyelids are used in his basically his ultimate attack. He blinks and wind just comes gushing from his face, and that's over.
Yep.
It's all eyelid. The powers of the eyelids. You didn't know that, did you?
I can't tell how her name is supposed to be pronounced.
Who's?
Aurelia.
Aurelia, yeah.
Oh, Aurelia. Yeah.
Here, I'll do the pronunciation videos. Aurelia. Aurelia. Aurelia.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Check out our other videos. There's like 11-second videos. Thanks for the donation, Percival. See ya.
He went 11 bits.
I know, it's irresponsible.
Irresponsible.
Irresponsible donation.
Like,
Not a fan of these irresponsible donations.
like how can you just let this happen?
He collects all 6 of the endless rocks. He bleeps them. He blinks wipes out half your team. Australia.
I just love the title of this video. Woman furiously shits on the floor of a Tim Hortons and throws it at employees.
Are you okay, Canada?
Speaking of apes,
Yeah, that's definitely resorting to baser instincts, I feel.
yes, it is. We're going primal.
Quinoa. Quinoa.
Quinoa?
Quinoa.
Quinoa. Thanks for watching our video. Make sure you check out our... Freya.
Regia.
Oh, man. Yeah. Don't make that a Prime Beast move.
What,
Oh,
blinking and wiping everyone out of existence?
No, the pooping on the floor thing.
Oh man, like if this guy poops, you gotta know about it.
You smell it through the screen.
You guys have heard my commentary, off of the, one of the alcoves off of the outer lanes. Walk in there and there's like a whole bunch of mud and everything. It looks like mud. Maybe it's something else. I walk in there and said, "This must be the place that Prime, uses the restroom."
Look, I can only pronounce things if there's a fair
Oh,
English.
could you
If that's not a
imagine?
language.
Could you imagine if there was a buff you could pick up? There was basically you just rolled in Prime Boss poop, and it scared away minions. like it debuffed minions around you because they were terrified of the Prime buff.
That would actually be pretty cool. I'm gonna go
Science.
talk to mechanics about that.
The fecal
No.
buff.
No.
Yeah.
So what's the new goal with this kaiju mama? Is she no longer rocking those crystals? How is the spikes and stuff going to be used, if at all?
Still thinking about it. I just wanted to go for like a bit more of an organic feel. So that's the kind of thing that I'm going to be pushing right now. Kind of like heavy armor plating, just looking just like big and heavy and just
Wreck your day.
yeah, wreck your day.
It's like hugging a pit bull.
I love pit bulls.
Hey, pit bulls are really, really nice animals, man.
Yeah,
It's all
but they're
about-
still thick.
It's all about how they're raised.
Very
Yeah,
true.
pit bulls are very dense, very, very dense
Like-
dogs.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about?
Not quite the
If
same
you-
as Rottweilers though, man. Like Rottweilers are goddamn.
See, I'm a Mastiff guy. I love Mastiffs.
Does this mean you have to redo the details?
Yeah, there's gonna be a fair amount of rework going on. Don't sweat it. I'm up to it.
Just saying, Prime Boss reminds me of Leatherback from Pacific Rim.
There is a lot of Pacific Rim reference going on because you know they were big ass monsters. And actually, one of the things that I loved about Pacific Rim was the sense of weight that came with the kaiju. Like, they weren't just like big monsters; they felt heavy. Like, the way they moved was just dense, really, really dense.
I like the new look more. Yay!
Thanks. I'm glad. I realised that there's going to be a lot of people that were expecting like more Theo this evening, or that were happy with the old jungle boss and everything. But you know, this is part of game development. You know, like things get reworked and redesigned and stuff. Don't be afraid of it. Like, it happens.
That muscle jiggle. Can I add muscle jiggle to it?
Can you add muscle jiggle to the rig? Yeah, sure. Wow.
He wants that muscle jiggle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure people will like muscle jiggle.
What, like Grux? Jiggles.
Different kind of jiggle.
Yeah.
Like, Grux had moves. This guy's got something else, man.
Feel free to add muscle jiggle, bro. Do your thing.
Moves.
Muscle jiggle makes me drool. Okay. If that makes you happy, sir, please feel free to add the muscle jiggle. You're gonna feel the jiggle when he punches your master's face in.
Yep.
Just put a rumble pack on the arms. Just a full body rumble pack. Will his final color scheme change?
Maybe. Who knows?
Will he be hot pink or desert pink?
Well, hot pink is going to be used in the game primarily for developers. Like, so if you ever see a master that has like hot pink as part of their coloring, whether it's their name or like if we do end up going with crowns or whatever, like if that's hot pink, then you know you're playing against one of the devs, because only devs will have access to that color.
If you see a hot pink prime boss, understand that it is a dev controlling it.
Today's prime boss brought to you by Omega.
Hi, I'm gonna kill you all. Rarix D. Omega, give us a prime defeat announcer line. Your team has claimed the jungle. Let's see.
Hooray! You did it!
Yay! Will there be prime dunking like an old Paragon? Don't know, that's a mechanics question. Will there be hot pink Cronin for non-dev players dismissed. Rip my fantasies. Sorry, fail sauce. Dev prime boss. Just have that be a game mode where it's like just one of the devs playing. Also, when I was watching the placement of the old model in the pit, it looked really dark. The darker coloration before didn't really pop out and wasn't very discernible from the rest of the shadows that were cast over the area. Is it going back to being albino like originally intended, or will it still have a darker coloration and pattern?
Undecided. Although I will say that I wasn't particularly happy with the old coloring. So.
A very sexy character with the water element and coral armor. Is it possible?
A what?
A sexy character with the water element and coral armor.
Maybe. We were discussing today a male character that's going to be like. So basically, there's it's really easy in games to like sexualize female characters, but for whatever reason, developers don't really sexualize male characters very much, and I want to change that. So, so there was some discussion with HR and Golden, the art director, about like what's the safest and best way that we can approach hypersexualizing a character, and we think we've come up with something. It's gonna be really fun.
Where's your shirt? Oh, it got ripped off in the last basic attack. Wow, not.
even more than that. Like this is gonna be like ridiculous.
Just the legality of it.
Well, the thing is like when I pitched the idea, like May and Kelsey were like, ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's like if you can get that reaction from a woman, you know you're on the right track, right? She's like,
damn, my boy been hitting the gym with that one big muscle he got.
This is gonna be like armor plating.
Hang on, where are the horns? The horns are gonna come back, it's fine.
Maybe.
Maybe. The horns might come back, it's fine.
Maybe not.
Will creators of the master get recognized in day-to-day games? If you guys want to recognize them, I don't think we're gonna have like a huge like ceremony after every game. Like, this master was created by da-da-da-da. Make a male mage with naked torso and blue tattoos.
No.
We're trying not to make Rise.
Okay, okay, the idea that I have for this character is basically like super shredded, not like muscularly massive or anything, but definitely shredded. Like super cute, like boyish, handsome face, like some fairly long hair, like really low cut pants. So like you can see like the whole Adonis belt and everything. The whole Adonis belt muscle group. No top at all. And they're a vampire.
I need you to stop right there. I'm calling the police. Give him ram horns. That's clothing destruction during combat confirmed. I could probably get a shirtless, absolutely ripped man without watching the end of a Dragon Ball fight. Meant like if you're playing against the creator of a hero they're playing, you'll know that by the pink name probably.
Yeah,
like
you'll know that by the hot pink colors.
Oh, I guess they're wondering like if like you make a master and then you're playing that master,
right, okay,
are we going to?
Probably not. I mean, like anytime any one of us artists creates a master or whatever, like we're gonna have it on our portfolios and I think maybe posted on in Facebook today, like Aurelia's final pictures. Actually, I'll grab a link for that real quick.
Yeah.
But Aurelia's final images were put up on there for people to see. So like, and the image has like the artist who created its name and everything. So
yeah,
there's a link for that in chat.
Smoke XL has joined the fray. Thanks for following. Really liking the new profile picture, Almighty. It's a good one. That's a good picture of her.
Of me?
Yeah.
Someone was like,
yes, you.
Yeah. Oh, me? Someone said like, you need a new profile picture, and I was like, fine.
Can we just hide that picture somewhere in the game?
Don't forget to save. Saving right now.
Sorry.
The face when Kurt realizes there are 4 concepts in the original spreadsheet for vampires.
Yeah, but none of them match what I want to do.
I mean,
Me and Video spent a long time on them. You never know.
Seriously, my idea, like, this guy is gonna be, like, he's gonna flirt with everyone. It's gonna be amazing. Like,
indiscriminately?
Like, yeah, just indiscriminately, male, female, whatever. He's like, his ult. I want his ult to be like, he like caresses the other person's face. He's like, I wasn't expecting anything like this, and then eats them.
Is it a charm?
What an RPG skill!
Just like,
I want you inside me.
Your blood is what I mean.
Ooh, hello.
it's just like, he's like the shark from Family Guy. I'm gonna eat ya.
Oh, let's see. Hold on. Let's see.
I assume that you're an A positive, because I'm positively interested in taking a bite.
God damn.
Let's see. You think to integrate replicas of heroes on games as for Overwatch?
What
For
replicas would we have?
I guess like replicating their kits or something?
Like, it's been discussed a lot, and there's only so many kits you can do, but we are not directly copying any kits at all. Even Paragon, you know, where the inspiration came from, we're not taking, say, let's give Rampage's kit to this character because it fits. We're not doing that. We're not carbon copying their kits. So you may see similarities, you may see coincidental kit similar themes, but you will never see the exact same thing. I'm sorry.
Any similarities between our kits and Paragons are just laziness on the Master Dev.
You can, you know what you can do.
You know I'm right. Look, I watched Deadpool 2 yesterday, and he's right. He's right. There's some serious lazy writing going on.
How was it? Was it as good as I would expect it to be?
It's basically it's in the I'll take it in the context of the first one. It doesn't really have the same kind of like shock factor as the first one, but it definitely doubles down on some of the things.
Does it keep to the same standard?
And honestly, like, if you've seen the trailers and you're expecting certain things from the trailers, I will tell you right now that like you will be very, very happy.
And a Marvel fanboy happy or just Deadpool happy?
Just Deadpool happy. Like the trailers compared to the final movie are absolutely a Deadpool thing.
So they're all wrong. I'm just kidding.
Will there be plans to make an assassin character like Zed from League of Legends or Genji from Overwatch?
I'm sure they're planning on making some kind of an assassin character.
Or well, Kalari.
We're just copying Kalari? Because, you know, lazy?
If you're talking about invisibility, I think invisibility as a buff is entirely way too stupid. But
agreed.
As an attribute from a character is really cool.
I would like to point out that assassins with stealth, the way they did Kalari started off well, but towards the end finished badly in terms of how the warding. Obviously, they breached just the wards. So, if we do have a stealth character, we're gonna have to look at how it works with vision control within the game as well. But it's not entirely out of the decision. We would love assassins with stealth, to be fair.
Have you seen the League's new stealth system? Where they have like
stealth system.
I haven't yet.
They have they split in between two things, like true stealth and camouflage.
Oh, this is the ward stuff, isn't it?
Well, no, because they pretty much made wards irrelevant.
It?
Well, no, they made so what they do is that they have characters that camouflage. They have an AOE around them, and when you walk into another character, if another character walks into that AOE, then they're able to see you. But as long as you keep them out of the AOE, they can't see you.
Is that basically like the bushes?
I just need to
like if they walk into the, or is that like the shadow pools in Paragon, where if you went into the shadow pool, you would see the same sort of mechanic?
Yeah. So, but it's like so it's like you're standing there and you have a circle around you, and anybody who's outside of that circle can't see you, but when they walk into the circle, they can see you.
Basically, like how the detection wards work. Like you run around and you have that bit around you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then you also have characters with true stealth, which is just they're just invisible no matter how close you get to them. until they
And-
attack you, then it breaks it.
And can a ward see the true stealth?
It took a very specific ward because all wards could see through camouflage. Yeah, all wards could see through camouflage, but not all wards could see through true stealth.
So they've got 2 levels of stealth through the game. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Like, I'm not opposed to stealth characters. In fact, I concepted one way back at the start, it's on one of the spreadsheets. But I think it has to be monitored how you perform as a stealth assassin. Are you going to do what Kalari did, or are you going to do what Countess did? There's no wrong answer yet. It's just a matter of numbers and balancing.
Well, there was also the issues of AOEs, and then
Oh yeah, for sure.
and the AOEDs, which are areas of erectile dysfunction. So those are things to consider.
Wait,
personally,
are we gonna make a percentage of our male heroes suffer from it?
That's gonna be Wukong's gonna have AOED.
One out of 5.
Jeez. You just gotta guess.
Or is it just like whenever you start a match, your male hero has a 35% chance to get it?
It doubles your ult timer.
Is there so one of the funny things that League does in like for certain characters is that they have these things called like mini buffs that are like kind of insignificant. So where it's like a character like Leona, whose entire thing is that she's the sun and she uses sun-based attacks. When she fights a character who is wearing sunscreens or has is using a skin that has sunshades on it, they take 1 point less damage from her attacks. just for no reason, just because they're wearing sunshades.
1 point.
Like literally just 1 point less.
Wait, I feel like I would want to build a character whose entire build is based on like sunscreen and stuff. just stack that anti-sun damage.
Sunscreen and Maui gyms.
Yeah, they have to be wearing. No, it has to be shades so they don't get blinded by her sun attacks or something. And like certain characters had shades, but they had to be like a specific type of shades.
Walk around with solar umbrellas.
Is there a possibility that there will be a character like Sona, like a character who uses multiple different auras to support their team?
I mean, there's always a possibility for anything.
You never know.
It's still a mystery.
We know, but you can't know.
Jokes.
There is
like
a possibility of a Siamese character creation between Almighty and Boof.
Oh man, that's too hot to handle.
The almighty Boof.
The almighty Boof.
Double the thick.
I think what we have to say in terms of all these questions, like, do you make a character like X? We won't tell you yet. You will see it when it gets really revealed. So
Yeah, like you need to be aware as well. Like just about everything that we talk about in the stream is purely hypothetical, and it's just us kind of like discussing ideas and possibilities and stuff. Like none of what we say is like this is gonna happen kind of thing.
Unless it's already been said that it's gonna happen.
If you want to know the accuracy of the things that are taking place, I would say wait for the community quarters to come out and we'll talk about them.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure. Until then, everything we say here is, like Almighty said, hypothetical and probably with a large amount of facetiousness, if that's a word.
Take a huge grain of salt. Yeah. And then an extra
It's a salt lick. It's a salt lick. Just
And
lick
then
it.
some lemon on top.
Oh gosh, gross. Add a margarita for taste. Did you...
Take a tequila slammer.
Any plans for a card system where cards are specific to an affinity, fury, growth, or will everything be universal? Well, then we talk...
Card system.
Mechanics!
Do we? Mechanics!
What?
I like how we call for HR mechanics in different ways.
HR.
HR mechanics. Waiting to hear more about May's boyfriend losing his shit in the background. May's not here right now.
So May's traveling back from work at the moment, but once she gets online, you can be pretty sure that will go down.
She's
video.
She's doing something.
There's a
God,
video
something came up.
of May's boyfriend's mom that's just been posted from Canada.
Boof cease.
She's losing her shit as well.
The text in the bottom right is blurred. The top part says reading the FAQ to the Visionary Games subreddit on the Visionary Games subreddit, and the second says asking Almighty Gur if there will be a PS4 port for the 800th time during his modeling streams.
Yeah, I'm just an artist, man.
So, Gur, how do you feel about this mechanic that is really complex programming aspect?
Well, actually, I'm kind of fine with that. Like, my day job is programming.
Almighty, can you go over the math on how basics will scale?
I actually don't know. Like, I've got to be honest. Like, I tend not to stick my neck into the mechanics side of things too much. Like, I have suggestions.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But,
those guys literally are the mathematicians that make things work.
He just begs for kits to fit his concepts. Then
well, no, the thing is, like, I like my first job in the industry was helping with balance on an MMO. So like I know how it works. I know the math behind all of this stuff, and if I was interested in it, I could go and do it. But I just want to make good looking stuff. I would rather leave that stuff to someone else so I can.
And yeah, yes, Josh, I'm the one who's reading the chat. Hi, I'm Omega.
We should have a sexy blonde guy walking around the jungle with a hammer.
Thor.
Sound sexy.
I didn't say Thor. You can pronounce it phonetically backwards and call him Rote.
I literally... You didn't have to do him like that. Will there be a fog in the jungle like Smite, or walls of fog like Paragon?
No fog in the jungle, but there will be jungle in the fog.
Hey, you got fog in my jungle.
How dare you?
I don't know.
You got jungle in my fog.
I don't know exactly how that's going to work.
Yeah, we don't know. Uncle Boof, how do I download PPR? You said it released tomorrow on Monday.
Yep, did.
Well, I mean, it's already closed down, so if you didn't get the link, I'm sorry, it's too late.
We cancelled the game, sorry.
Yeah, we cancelled the game. We are now working on a physics-based, first-person, battle royale...
Side-scroller.
Side-scrolling, Farmville plugin.
Plugin. It's not even a real... It's a plugin. It's an extension. It's a Twitch extension. HR Brandon is being Brandon again. Yes. They like it when Brandon's being Brandon. I'm digging the armor plates, Gur. Will they have stone-like aesthetic or hardened skin?
Think like Stegosaurus kind of thing. I think.
Plates.
Is it chitness?
Yeah.
Hey Gur, when are you gonna port in backwards compatible PPR to the Game Boy Advance?
I actually already have a prototype for that. Oh no, sorry, not Game Boy Advance, not yet. I'm on Game Boy Color at the moment. I'll be moving up to Advance soon, hopefully.
This dude's ripping my jokes.
Ripping your jokes off? Oh, jeez.
Hey man, it's history.
It must be Carlos Mencia.
I only get one shot of being funny a day, so...
I'm sorry.
Not missed your chance to blow.
Gonna have to refund that.
Opportunity comes once in a life stream.
Stealing jokes. My name is Amy Schumer.
Do you have a base for...
My name is Amy Schumer. My vagina. Ha 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 ha.
Cease. Do you have a base for where the characters are coming from? Like how Smite has gods from all different mythologies?
Yeah, so ours is basically like, as far as I'm aware, this is still the premise behind things, but we have like these kind of, godlike beings.
Are we allowed to talk?
Yeah, I'm about to leak a bunch of shit. Fuck it. We have a bunch of beings that travel the multiverse and timelines and stuff like that, and go like, "Hey, I want you to fight for me," and that's basically it. They find people that they want to go fight for them.
You're on my flag football team. Let's
Yeah.
go, kid.
You went full on Doctor Strange on him with that multiverse stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
Gherkin,
I've worked on this for 14,605 hours this week. How many of those were productive? 1.
Gherkin, Amy Schumer better than Amy Schumer. How would you proceed when making a model without scale reference and notice that the character is too big or too small for the intended environment? Do you just quick scale it down or something?
I got one of these. This little guy.
We'll figure it out.
This little guy right here. This is my scale reference.
We'll figure it out in 15 seconds.
Note how terrified he looks.
He's like a rhino.
No, it
big
is an important thing to work with scale reference wherever possible.
He looks so uncomfortable. He's just like, this is a predicament I've landed myself in.
Yeah. This isn't how I thought today would go. Or is this guy's vision based on movement?
You see, I plan to just go to Starbucks, have a nice coffee. I don't know how I ended up here. Will the lore get as confusing as the Flash CW timeline?
Oh man, honestly, like they needed to stop that, like before it even began. No, it won't be confusing in any sense of the thing. Like, if you ever find one of our masters or heroes or whatever you want to call them, and you think like, oh hey, that bears a resemblance to this historical figure or that historical figure or whatever, what you should probably take it as is that it's not actually that historical figure, it is a representation of that historical figure created by one of these beings.
What's that disclaimer? Any references to real people or events
real
fictional is just purely coincidence.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that.
Can we have blood splatter effects? We are going for a teen rating. Need you to take it down a notch.
Well, interestingly, you can have a teen rating with blood spatter effects as long as the blood spatter is a different color to red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carries are necessary to kill Prime Beast. If you try only melee characters, you will simply do 1 DPS to his knee armor.
Gruxcom could solo orb.
But what if you don't have a scale reference?
Make one.
Make one.
We've got scale references.
But what if you didn't, though?
Then get one.
Then what you'll find is you'll get to the point where you want to do retopo, or even worse, like rigging, or even worse than that, like getting it to the actual like final, getting it into the game and stuff, and you'll be like, well, this is fucked. So always use a scale reference.
I am a voice actor, Josh. I do voice acting for the game. Different little small side things people may need, like if people need consultation for graphic design, or like just somebody to be around to read things.
I like it when Omega reads me bedtime stories. Goldilocks and the Three Bears is my favorite.
Everything was just right.
Yeah. I like it when everything's just right. It means everything's okay in my life, and I don't have to worry.
With big box guys like this, they usually have big scratch marks and stuff. How about some sick bullet holes from our friendly neighborhood dinosaur?
Yeah. I'll do like a damage pass later on.
Yeah. I'll shoot him up with a MK-47 later.
Yeah. He'll have a cannonball hole that he's just shrugged off, you know.
Girl's character in a zombie apocalypse movie. Yeah. I'll shoot him later.
Oh man, who is a fan of Tallahassee from Zombieland?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Zombie kill of the week.
I love that movie so much. I've done my media project on that.
Oh, nice.
What if
It
the
was
blood?
awful, but hilarious at the same time.
What if the blood splatter was optional? It just can't be like the same colors, right? Can we make it like wine?
No. So basically, like, even if the blood spatter is optional, the fact that it's even in the game means that it has to be factored into the rating system. I mean, like, personally, I'm all for having like a parental lock where parents can legitimately lock out certain features of the game, but it's just that's one of those things that just like it opens up a whole door of abuse, and like what happens if the kid finds a way to bypass it and stuff like that, then like you open yourself up to all kind of legal, you know, ramifications, where it's easier just to kind of design your game from the ground up to be as kind of like PG friendly as possible. Yeah.
Is he about to impale him with his kneecaps? Like, just walk forward.
You know,
This is-
Almighty, this is interesting. This instead of Stegosaurus, this is actually reminding me of kind of an Ankylosaurus.
Clea?
Anklesaurus.
Anklesaurus, yeah. All
the
the
hottest
ankles.
Saurus.
The hottest Saurus.
You guys don't know the Ankylosaurus?
Yeah, I do.
No.
I do. Man, growing up, I wanted to be a paleontologist, and I'm not even.
Oh,
a little
hells
bit
yes.
I'm not even a little bit ashamed to say that. Like, I had
Nope.
such a big toy dinosaur collection.
Oh yes.
That
Question.
said, when I was in school, when I was 5 years old, and somewhere I think my mum still has the book that I wrote this in. But like we were asked what we wanted to be when we grew up, and my answer was I want to invent bubblegum flavors.
That's quality. That's realistic.
Excellent.
I was like 5 years old, and I'm like, I know my limitations.
Question for you three: is there a specific style of master that you would like to see? Like, what's your ideal master? I guess we can go down the line for this one.
Well, I already made my 6 space wizards, so I'm happy.
What is our ideal master?
Yeah.
I love kind of the primal jungler, and then some kind of very, very, very heavily armored tank offlaner. That's what I enjoy.
I personally, I wanted to make. I had a really bad idea. I wanted to make like a.
Well, my idea is super shit, but it's gonna happen. Damn it.
I wanted to make like a support that was specifically anti-turret diving, and I had this like weird idea that was like based around like radio signals, and his passive would be something like if you stand next to a tower, it starts projecting an aura, and depending on what skill he has active right now, it changes what aura it did. And so when you're standing next to it, you can hear like small like background music that changes depending on the skill. So like the Q would be like hard rock or something, and then it would damage the enemies that are sitting around it, and it would like passively farm for you. Or if it was like a W and you were in your lane, you could passively heal your ally. That way, if they could chill if you had to go somewhere, and it would be like kind of like a roaming support, you could at least help your ADC a little bit.
You're right. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, it's true.
You're just trying to take Sonar, aren't you, and just turn it into more of an AoE.
Yeah.
Write it down and pitch me.
Uh-oh, he's creating the Predator blades.
I was thinking more Wolverine.
I can't say. I can't say much. Be in the game. Although except Narbash, so
Narbash confirmed. Kappa.
I would really
Narbash.
like to know why it is that Jim Narbashian is the most requested hero that we get.
The trailer, his character aesthetic, he's an ogre with drums.
I prefer Severox, to be honest. And I think
Oh, I want a several too.
I'm a Sevi fan. I'm definitely a Sevi fan, but
Everybody loves Ring Wraith.
Oh yeah, Ring Wraith. If we can get something that looks like Narbash, something that looks like Richter, and something that looks like Severox, I'll be happy. And maybe Wukong.
did anybody ever notice in the first Lord of the Rings movie, The Fellowship of the Ring, that the Ring Wraiths, when they are after Frodo and Arwen, after they cross the river, And she says, if you want to come claim them, they all draw their swords left-handed.
Ooh.
But when the camera frame changes, they're all holding them in their right hand.
Continuity error.
Guys, you need to fix your hand. The characters aren't
I've seen
left-handed.
many YouTube videos on like the errors of editing and stuff like that, and that's one of them.
Excellent. Oh, wait a minute. Am I dropping spoilers again? Shit.
Wait, another.
What was that Lord of the Rings spoilers?
Oh, boo.
Well, first of all, the film's been out for God knows how long. Second of all, the book's been out since the fucking 30s or whatever. So. And I've just realised that I've just realised I'm gonna get to an age where I can say, "Hey, I've been alive through the 30s," and I'm gonna feel really fucking old.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
Duh.
Another model of Prime. This is we're redoing some stuff. I don't know how to best explain this.
Redesigning.
We're reworking Prime.
We don't even know that he's Prime. This is Jungle Buff.
We're reworking Jungle Entity.
Jungle Buff.
Jungle Buff.
Jungle Buff を変えてる。
Jigglypuff? What's that?
Jungle Buff.
Jigglypuff, that's another reference to Narbash, isn't it?
No, it's a Pokemon.
Jigglypuff, Narbash, Grux, whoever.
Pikachu.
Wigglytuff.
Boy.
Will there be little kid masters? I feel that those are overused and they shouldn't be in a death match.
What's that?
Will there be little kid masters? I feel those are overused and they shouldn't be in a death match.
If there was ever going to be a little kid in the game, I'd probably use my 5-year-old as reference because she will fuck anybody's day up, man. Like...
Kids are the worst.
I like the turn you took it.
That would be excellent because if you had a childlike hero that acted as a child, what would happen is, for whatever reason, if you're not in the vicinity of your tower and the child comes in, the fucking tower's gone. That's just how it goes. There is no damn thing. I mean, you just come back and go, what the shit just happened?
Yeah.
I was just here.
Basically, like, this hero, like, it would be OP as fuck. Like, you wouldn't even understand how it manages to wreck stuff so bad. But the downside for the person playing it is that they can barely control the little shit.
Hey,
you never know what it's gonna do.
See Shadow.
It's like, I pressed forward. Why is it going sideways? Why is it attacking the Prime buff?
Oh my gosh.
And the kid's just like, play! Oh, could you imagine? The only hero the Prime boss doesn't want to beat up is this little kid because it just wants to play with it. Just like, play!
Then if enemy masters try to attack it, the master starts like chastising them. Hey!
if the kid gets attacked by the enemy team while the kid is in the Prime location, Prime one hits that enemy.
Yeah. Prime just enrages.
Just knocks them out.
Like, yo, don't hit kids.
Or like the announcer's just like, excuse you, you died.
You know what it's like. Had a hard day at work, come home, grab some food, smother your kids. It's okay, right? Don't smother your kids.
Yeah,
I was
don't
gonna
do
say.
that. Sorry, I'm just checking references.
That's a Scrubs reference. Scrubs reference.
I like to think that jungle minions are just angry piles of rocks trying to protect their golden stone pile.
I mean, that's not far from the truth, to be honest. I'm gonna feel like an asshole for saying this, but what's a graboid?
Don't know. I got a question. Hey Omega, watching the stream and just curious if those prime feet can really support him. They seem small in comparison to the arms, legs, and hands, etc.
Yep. Agreed.
We're working on it.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
get
working
there.
on it. It's a work in progress.
It's a progressing work.
It is.
Boss, you killed the child. Mission complete. This is why you're the boss. One and only. That's not okay. I need you to calm down, sir. Graboids are the monsters in Tremors, Gur.
Oh, fucking hell! I'm so sorry.
There was so much remorse there.
I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. I knew that. It's just it's been one of those days, okay? Like
He's like, oh my goodness, it will never happen again.
it's like dishonor on me, dishonor on my cow.
Cow. It has been one of those days. I wanted to go golfing today, but I couldn't. I'm bummed out.
Oh
my gosh.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. I wanted to golf today. Hashtag yes, Booth Golf confirmed.
Booth Golf Master confirmed. Golf minigame mode confirmed.
That's right. You're not designing a 3D Z-axis MOBA. We are designing the next
Golf with friends.
EA PGA Tour Golf.
Yep. PGA Tour Golf with this big fucker.
He's
Oh,
the
cock
caddy.
fucking hell. Almighty Girl 2018. Oh gosh.
Wait, what? What?
Ap-
Am I running
apparently-
for president now?
Apparently, so you recorded saying "oh cock fucking hell."
I mean, I've got to be honest, it's probably like some of the more tame language that comes out of my mouth.
You just need to get Raiden to defend those kids. Do.
My favorite insult that I ever heard on stream came from a guy that was from the UK. I don't know if I should say it, but it was excellent. I couldn't finish the game because I was crying from laughter. There's some good insults over there.
Yeah, they're very colorful with their language. Them hips thick.
Just trying to find a quote. Probably it's one of the best insults I've ever read ever, and I just need to find the quote. So bear with me because this is absolutely worth it.
Is it Steven Toast?
No.
Dang it.
Darn.
You are a fucking star, mate.
Oh, you're a fucking star, aren't
Yeah, can you guys just keep the stream going for a second while I find this quote? It's very important to me right now that I find this quote.
It's integral? Okay.
Ah, I've got it.
Okay, awesome. We did a good job.
No, I don't think you understand. Okay, so Donald Trump, like him or not, he's always good for a laugh, right? So,
Oh, of course.
so there was a point last year where I got into university as part of my master's degree, and I had woken up to this most amazing tweet about Donald Trump. And basically, what had happened was there was some people trying to stop civil forfeiture in some states in America, and some Texas police sheriff was against this. And Donald Trump said, well, you know, point me to the person that's trying to do this and we'll end their career, right? This is the president saying this, so it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, a different senator, or a senator from Pennsylvania, I think it is. His name's Dalen Leach. He tweeted Donald Trump saying, and I'm quoting this word for word, "Hey, at real Donald Trump, I oppose civil forfeiture too. Why don't you try to destroy my career, you fascist, loofah-faced shit-gibbon?"
That's pretty excellent.
And that is the best insult that I have ever read. Ever.
That's pretty good.
If you want a really good insult, go to Scottish Twitter.
Yeah, Scottish Twitter is pretty beast.
Like, just on average, I'm just sitting here like, I should really go check out Scottish Twitter sometimes. I know this is extremely early and probably a dumb question. There are no dumb questions. But do you have a time frame in which you're looking to have a finished playable product? We do not yet. We are not trying to set deadlines on ourselves. So,
And
in all reality, I mean, we're still in pre-production, so
yeah.
Like this is the reason why some of these changes are happening right now to the jungle boss, is because we're at a phase of essentially we're still in a concept art phase. Like I know we have like a finished master and everything, and we've got other masters that are being designed, and we are pushing forward in a general direction, but we're still in a concepting phase known as discovery, which is where we're basically trying to finalize like our overall aesthetic and stuff like that. This is a process that's going to take time. It's and we're not aiming to rush it at all. So yeah.
Fun fact: Tremors is basically called Worm Summer in Norway, the same way Jaws is called Shark Summer. Worst names ever.
Feel like
Fun fact about Jaws.
I feel like Norway has a lot to answer for.
Jaws was not based off of a great white shark attack. It was based off of a series of attacks of bull sharks that happened.
Great white shark attacks are incredibly rare.
They don't happen that often, fortunately. And here's another thing that I don't think a lot of people grab the reality of when it comes to great white shark attacks. Hashtag great white shark attacks. If that fish hits you with the intent of killing you like it does an elephant seal, a human being would literally be ripped in half.
Yep.
I mean, it's just unfortunate that sometimes they come up and go, "What's that?" and they nibble for a second to figure whatever it is. But a nibble from a mouth that's 32 inches wide, it tends to be pretty deadly.
Laughing person.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
that's like someone coming up, like when you've got like let's think of like an Americanism here, like a tootsie, like when you've got like a Twinkie. You've got a Twinkie, and someone goes like, "Hey, I'll have a nibble of that," and like eats 3/4 of it.
Right.
Well, no, that's just asking for a fight. Like, no, that's a fighting action.
Hashtag don't Bogart the Twinkie.
Somewhere out there is a Twinkie whose expiration date is about to reach its limit, and then there will be no more Twinkies.
Do you remember the Scrubs episode where Carla comes home, sits down, finds a candy bar on the couch, she picks it up and looks at it. Elliot calls her, "What are you doing?" She throws it. "Nothing disgusting."
Isn't that the episode where like the first half is one way of things happening and the second half is another way of things happening?
Yeah, it's the butterfly episode.
Yeah.
The butterfly
Effect.
Well, I can't help it if the butterfly happened to land on her lovelies.
There they are. Oh, warm and snuggly like.
Well, you can have internal deadlines. By that I mean each person wants to get things done by a time they feel comfortable with.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. We have those things. Gur, that is the current day equivalent of biting your thumb.
Do you bite your thumb?
I bite my thumb at you, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb.
Shit's going down.
Just gonna say the sharks actually hate the taste of humans. When they take a bite, they almost always spit it out. There are cases where they don't, but those are something rare. But they honestly never eat humans and will only do so on mistaken identity.
So what you're saying is they're the kind of person that goes up a buffet and takes a bite out of something and then puts it back down.
They'd have to play it and then just like, I want to send this back.
It all depends. Like you get a lot of adolescent great whites off of the coast of California, and the adolescent great whites eat everything.
Like real adolescents.
Adolescent great whites, like around, pretty much, 9 feet, smaller than that, 6 to 9 feet, somewhere around there. But yeah, not high enough fat content in humans for them to be interested.
But do they like human horn?
Very good question.
Horn?
Human horn.
Hmm?
Human horn.
I don't know what that is.
I feel like I need to set you some homework and make you go watch some football.
Oh, yeah. I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in like 6 years, man.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
It's not really a problem, man. It's just, you know. These things happen.
You gotta watch TV just for Gordon Ramsay.
I mean, I can get clips online. It's fine.
Ramsay is enough.
Mm,
That's a hashtag. Ramsay is enough.
my TV is actually unplugged, and I'm just too lazy to replug in the cable box.
Anyway, if anybody is interested and has watched the MasterChef Junior here in the United States, it was really funny. They had these kids' grandparents come in, and they were talking to everybody. And one of this kid's grandparents full on looks at Gordon Ramsay and goes, "Are you a good cook?" And it was just like, whoa.
So
Kids are so good.
What rock do you live under?
So not last year but the year before, my friends and I were doing this art fair. It's an art fair that happens at his family's place like every year, and it's really awesome. And we got invited to come and do what we do, so game art, at this art fair. And this art fair is full of like traditional craft stuff. You know, lots of people doing like hand paintings. Like my friend's grandmother doing her paintings. She's an excellent painter. His mum like makes like homemade jewelry and stuff. And she was the art director on some of like my favorite childhood films. She's like really good at what she does. And so we got invited to this thing, and the amount of people that would come into our little like booth area where we've got like my friend Tudor doing concept art and me making this character, and my friend Joe making like this big castle town environment thing, and just like a whole bunch of old people just like, so what is it that you're doing here? And we're like, well, we're making a game. And they're like, yeah, but what are you selling? We're like, well, we're not really selling anything, we're just trying to make a game. And they're like, so why are you here? It's like, well
I'm an artiste.
Yeah.
And I'm here to artize.
Oh, that's excellent. Oh, he's got a leash.
he's got a little tentacle.
Either that, or that's just an insanely long hair.
He's got a pheromone thing.
Sick.
Oh, he's aquatic. He's a little nightlight.
That would be awesome if he was like an anglerfish. A thing just dangled off and you wandered in a prime pit, and all you see is this disco ball hanging right there in the middle of everything. As soon as you touch it, it's over.
Yeah, when you're a player, you tend to go through things that glow, so you can figure out like what to do. So
the thing is, like, we can't really do that because there's no surprise to it anymore.
Yeah. Just make the map really dark and like foggy, and then you just go to the light, and you're just like, nope,
Yep.
never mind.
Never mind, it's done. No, none of that. Nope.
It's kind of
Neck
like
antler.
those hanging glowing orbs in God of War that permanently increase your stats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are cool.
Neck antler. This is a neck antler.
Hashtag back pubes.
Oh my gosh.
There's nothing wrong with having hair on your back.
Nope. I learned that one like when I was 18.
This is Grux's T10 skin, by the way.
Mega Grux.
Omega Grux.
Omega Grux.
Rar. XD. This guy would eat Grux. Oh no.
So Omega's evil because he works for the company that was just full of evil in Final Fantasy VII.
Shinra.
No. No.
Shinra.
Why would you even think that? You're silly.
Silly boof.
So what are we doing right now, Mighty? Give us the lowdown.
I just wanted to go for like some organic back spike kind of shapes that were not like that just felt a bit more natural than what we had before.
Ah, they're porcupining. Gotcha. Is he venomous or poisonous?
I don't know. The dev team haven't told me his ability set, so all I know is he hurts.
He gonna hurt. He gonna hurt.
Yeah, he's gonna pound you.
Phrasing.
I'll be right back. Grabbing a drink. Go to the bathroom.
All right, everybody. Send like 60 questions so we can
Do it. Send the questions.
send a whole bunch of questions so we can just go down.
We need your questions, people. Phone them in. Email them. Carrier pigeon. What have you?
Please do not send pigeons to my house.
Hashtag pigeons to Omega.
Those questions sent by pigeon will not be read.
Questions carried by carrier pigeon will not be accepted.
Let's see. Sharks are misunderstood. They're not manhunters like polar bears. That's another story. Sharks are territorial predators, and they don't like to interact with humans. They're mostly afraid because they've never seen a human, but they will protect their territory. Imagine a bucket of chicken skateboarding through your living room. Living room is carpet, so I think it's gonna be pretty difficult.
Well, in all reality, I mean, what's the average human swim? Like feet per second, like 2 feet per second. Sharks are. Who the frick knows how fast they swim? All depends on which one it is. Mako sharks.
Google does.
I'm back, and I've just realised that the angle that I left him at, it makes him look like he's got a ball sack dangling from his chin.
That's his Adam's apple. It's fine.
No, can you not see it?
Yeah,
I see it.
It's something on the shoulder, but yeah, it does look like that.
She cries. Edit that out
He's
now.
an anglerfish. What's that?
Cease. Hey, it's probably already told, but can you tell about the changes of Prime, like why they changed it and what the thought was behind it?
Yeah, I just didn't like the old one.
Yeah.
It happens sometimes.
Can the Prime Beast wear jeans?
He already has them on.
If Prime Beast were to wear pants, would it be like this or like this?
Like this. he's a quadruped now, so you know. Why has he got antennas? Those are spikes.
They're gonna be spikes. He's gonna have like, a whole bunch of them.
Those are the predator, like the predator style hairs. If you haven't seen that
Oh,
movie,
you want me to give him dreadlocks? Predator style dreads?
predator dreads.
Oh man, I saw the trailer for the new Predator film yesterday.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of hoping it's going to be excellent.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
There you go. There you go.
Did you make a new concept art after realizing Prime?
Nope, I am literally making this up as I go along.
Is he a massive ant?
He is.
He is a massive ant.
So this guy is a survivor from the days of Hopper.
Cease this instant.
He's sick of the shit from those grasshoppers. He's getting his own back.
Getting swole.
Getting swole.
Well, you know how I want to stay swole, man.
Hashtag pigeons to him. That's not a hashtag that needs to be made. You don't need that hashtag.
What?
while you were gone, we were talking, so they said just send us a whole bunch of questions, and Beef said, send by any means, smoke signal, carrier pigeon. I was like, any questions sent by pigeon will not be read. Do not send pigeons to my house.
I wonder if there, there's a service that does that. I wonder if there's people out there that have like pigeons trained to send messages, and they'll send them like anywhere for money.
That has to be kind of frightening. I mean, how can you whisper to a bird, yeah, take this to 33rd and 6th Street?
They used to not know that. They just know how to do it. Like, I don't know how they did it, but like they would just tie a letter to the bird and be like, hey, go here. And it would find people.
I'm pretty sure they were trained just to go to a specific location, not like not just like some random fuck's house.
Look at this picture. Look at this picture. Find this bear. Eyes of a pigeon.
We're in full on Hogwarts mode.
Can we have a Power Ranger master? Simon might approve. You never know. I mean, there was on Hyper RPG they had like an entire Power Rangers themed D&D game. It is canon apparently. Like in the Power Rangers canon. So I don't know. It may be possible.
Yeah, but also in the Power Rangers canon is a fight with the Justice League. So, you know.
Look. Crossovers make the world go round.
Huh?
How did that go?
they were like, Batman's evil, right?
Okay.
Children, please. Hey, Gar, do you have a Premier League team you cheer for? Do you play League, Gar?
I do not.
Gar doesn't play League, so I don't think he can answer this question.
I have one.
Okay, who is it?
I have no idea. I don't play League.
We're just gonna play the default and say whatever team Faker's on. SKT7, I think that's it. SKT. Boss is like a kaiju from Pacific Rim. That is a reference, yes. Is Prime's name Xanthia? No. The angle kind of makes him look like Predator with the dreadlocks and such, save for a split mandible.
How does the angle make him look like Predator? Predator stands on two legs like a man. This is more like an ape.
I think it was just the way that he was showing it with the.
Okay. I see.
Yeah. To be honest, I really like the color of Prime before you started adding the lighting effects to the old one. Yeah, lighting makes a big difference.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, lighting and everything is all, up in the air with this redesign. Sorry, not lighting, coloring.
Color?
Yeah, coloring is all up in the air, so who knows?
Give him a tri-laser. I think bristles? Yes, I think that bristles is the correct term. Bristles, spines. Did you start from scratch or did you use the old model? We used the old model.
Did.
We have the old model saved.
He did not start from scratch. He started drawing. He did not scratch. He drew.
We're sculpted. We're using the old model. He is using the old model. We have the old model saved though.
Your mom's the old model.
Look, we need you to calm down, man. You're being really mean. Here I am. What happened? We started working on Prime Beast. Yay. Everyone on Facebook was hating on the trailer of the new Predator. Honestly, I didn't think it looked terrible, but they may make it good. I don't know. I think trailers are never like the final thing.
Trailers are trailers.
Yeah.
I love how his head from the top is shaped like a heart.
Each of above.
The Prime is a dragon now.
Yeah, I love dragons, so I'm down for that.
Is there potential for characters that float or hover? Potential
there's potential for like anything.
Yeah. Oh man, if those things were wavy and thick like grass, it would be epic excuse for lightning, like an electric carpet. Well, y'all be releasing for PS4. It is in the plans, but it takes a lot of different things. You're just gonna expand.
Sorry, you're gonna have to bear with me for 2 minutes on this one.
You're gonna just make the main bigger.
I have to do this. I can't deal with this anymore. New, what resolution should we do this?
Can we get a command for the PS4 question? A bot command? Hold on.
Bear with me.
Oh, Demonic isn't here, so you can't ask him to do it. Also, that is inappropriate. We need you to stop. Girl, you tilted over the PS4 question. We're not tilted, it's just a question that we get a whole lot. Like literally every stream, about 5 times a stream. We get asked if we're gonna, even in like the videos, in the comment section, we get asked if we're gonna make a PS4. The answer for that is we are not sure, because there's a lot of things that go into releasing on console. So even if we'd like to, we may not get accepted by Sony. So it's really more
response.
So it's really more up to Sony, not us. Female tank in chainmail bikini, but takes 400% more damage because she's in a chainmail bikini.
I wonder if I can still... Just give me a second to save this. I'll show you a character I made a little while ago.
So is it a yes to PS4? It's a maybe. It's not a definite.
Wonder if this will leave. Oh, some files may be missing. Bear with me. I'm just opening up an old file, and I appear to be missing some stuff after not backing up correctly, basically.
Simple yes or no. What's so hard about that? Because it's not just a answer we can just give. Like we said, it's up to Sony. They have to accept the game. We have to be a real company for them to accept us. There's licensing we have to go through. There's more than just saying, hey, we were exporting the game for PS4. We have to be accepted.
And also there's a whole ton of like development challenge or technical challenges to go into it as well.
Yeah, because we have to have a good game running for PC, and then we have to map it for PS4 and the PS4 button format. So it's a little more than just, like, if we had the option, like, we could just say yes or no. I'm pretty sure we would just say yes, because it would just be something we could easily do, because UE for Unreal Engine just exports to PS4. But because it's not cut and dry like that, we don't have the final say on if it gets in or not. It's up to Sony, so we have to say maybe, because there's a lot of decisions that have to be made that aren't up to us.
So here is something I made earlier. Assuming it's working and everything. Here's a character that I made a while back, and I very much went the same route as people are suggesting with the whole, like, oh yeah, if they're not armored properly, you know, things happen, and so, like, I decided to give her, like, big old scars, like, on her back and stuff. and even like on the neck and on the shoulders, there's like scarring on the shoulders and stuff. So basically, like anywhere that she isn't wearing clothing, there's scarring. Yeah.
Everybody in chat's freaking out. They're like, new master, who's this? Is that Theo? Is this Theo's sister?
I mean, I could put this in the game, like it's basically game ready, but that's very much like if the group wants it kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Does the style? I guess the style matches up. Like, I guess that really depends on like the lore, or what her kit would even be.
Yeah, it depends on like a whole bunch of stuff. There we go. So there she is with the sword as well. And the sword has these this Latin phrase on it, which is "Fiat Justitiae Calum," I think it is, something like that. But it basically, I'm terrible with this stuff. But basically, it means like let justice be done though the heavens fall, and it's the kind of translation to that, the more loose translation to that is like we should always push to do the right thing even if it hurts. And I thought that was kind of cool. So yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if y'all made a hero like Arthur in G&G that lost armor, in Ghosts and Goblins that lost armor due to more damage but took more in return for a temporary period of time. His ult. Have you discussed new textures as well as changes to the model?
Yeah, he will be retextured.
Never mind, I need to save. Will you be releasing on Samsung?
So like initial plans are to release on the Canon 5D.
Will it Diablo? Will it Doom?
Well, that's the thing. Like the Canon 5D can run Doom, so.
Low-key wanted it to be Zen and Twilight. Sorry, guys. Are those also has those high heels for combat? Look, I have nothing against combat heels.
Well, you know, as you saw, there was plenty of injuries and scarring going on, so that character, you know, paid the price for some of their fashion wear.
For fashion.
Yeah.
Fashion hurts. If that's how the masters will look in the final product, I'm very happy. Holger made it, and his quality hasn't gone down, I don't think.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Just like, well, Go made that, and I mean, like, he sucks a bit more now.
Brawler Master Fist only. Are you guys gonna release on console? Ask Boof.
Boof can just eat a dick.
Will y'all be releasing on calculators? Oh, we have to calculate that.
Yeah.
VR spectator mode. Oh gosh. That sounds like a trip. Will this run on Windows Cloud? I don't know. Would it run on cloud? That's a programming question, I think.
Yeah.
At this point, are you going to release on PC? That one we can confirm. Yes. Oh, he meant to say Windows.
Geo.
After the Neo Geo Pocket. We're going to release on Tamagotchi.
Yeah, this is the newest Tamagotchi that I'm making right now. You have to really look after it though. Like, he gets angry if you don't feed it and stuff.
Are you gonna release his phone switched XP to cloud to good. Are you gonna release on Switch? I mean, you know, that is a possibility.
Look, if they can get Fortnite running on mobile phones.
They got PUBG running on it too. I have a smart fridge, so my question is, will y'all be releasing on fridge?
Yo, I want to get some juice. Play a quick game of Phoenix Rising.
You're gonna be there longer than the juice. Are you gonna release this game in my backyard pond? Yeah, sure, just give us the specifications.
I'm so done with this bullshit.
Are you guys going to have a Linux Ubuntu release? I think we may have been like testing some builds for it. I don't know. So that really like depends on how they come out. We need a programmer here. To make a more concrete determination. We will release on Grim Fridge Mahone. It uses H2O, not Unity, by the way. That's fine. We don't use Unity either.
I have to use Unity at my day job at the moment. God damn. No more.
Really?
I can't take it. Cannot take it anymore.
That's interesting. Because normally I think that everybody. I thought that Unreal would be the industry standard.
No, they're both pretty even in terms of market share and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Unity stepped up in the world. Proud of you guys. So mobile confirmed. We already said we were coming to the Neo Geo Pocket. Omega has joined the fray. Yes, what's up? I'm here. I've been in the fray. I've been in the fray since the beginning of the fray.
I am the fray.
I am the fray. Will we get rain? Will we be getting rain?
So hang on. I'm gonna pause the stream for 2 seconds while I ask the guys in stream in chat a question. Bear with me 2 seconds. Wait, how do you pause the stream?
You mute yourself, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't forget.
Okay, 2 seconds.
Mute
Yeah, 2 seconds. Okay, cool, and we're back. So, sorry, I just had to double check whether something was in the State of the Game video or not before I talk about this. So, if you watched the State of the Game video, you may have noticed that the map, that like Oswald showed, like the jungle getting darker, and like the plants' bioluminescent properties kind of taking effect. That is
well, it wasn't shown the process of getting dark. It was just the thing is.
Oh,
many people
it just was
complained
dark.
It was too dark. So you don't know how many times I had to explain why it is so dark. In some places.
So basically, we're not going to have a day-night cycle, but we are thinking of trying some form of weather cycle, maybe including rain, maybe something else. But part of that is going to include like the kind of the sky going a little bit darker than normal, well, a lot darker than normal, and having to rely on some different lighting in the map, and maybe some other different things as well. But all of that is still yet to be kind of properly confirmed, because we're still working out the details and how it's all going to work and everything. So yeah, you heard it here first.
The Fray has joined Omega.
The Fray
Join me.
Omega, yeah.
Join me, visionaries, as we go go on to victory. We boldly go on to victory. Let's see. Omega. Aw, thanks, Dimitri. I appreciate your support.
Rain from Mortal Kombat confirmed. Yes.
Where's my host gone? Which host? Well, you guys have very generic looking jungle camps forever. Everything.
Yeah, forever and ever and ever. We are done. Like the map is done. Okay.
We don't even have jungle camps right now.
Oh hey, Osville.
Hey,
Osville just like Osville joins chat. He's like, yo, I heard you talking shit.
Excuse you. Excuse you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff on the map is placeholder right now.
A lot of the stuff in everything is placeholder right now.
I followed off stream. Did I still join the fray? Here we go. Driver 160 has joined the fray. Thanks for following.
Yeah. So happy that I don't have to do that. It never goes well for me. Just wake up the next morning with a sore throat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see.
That's hot.
Cease. My village hasn't seen rain in years, so the sight of rain in game will bring joy and hope to my village.
Aww, that's really sweet. It's like super sweet. We have dust particles.
Who wants dust?
You don't know. Maybe someone that lives in a place where it's always fucking raining. Maybe they're like, I want dust.
I want some dry dirt flying through the air, please. The humidity is ruining me. The UK.
Yep.
How are you planning on setting up the rigs for animation? Facial controls, blend shapes, hybrid of the two, or something different?
What was the question?
How are you planning on setting up the rigs for animation? Facial controls, blend shapes, hybrid of the two, or something different?
Probably not going to use blend shapes or very many facial controls either. Facial animation is going to be quite limited because you're never going to fucking see it.
Ooh, what is this? This is the Prime boss thing. This is our jungle entity. Hashtag jungle entity.
Yeah. So I'm doing a portrait of Booth.
When he wakes up in the morning.
He really wanted to be part of the game, so this is what I'm doing, making Booth.
I could just see Move at his keyboard, like looking like this.
So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna open up the old boss so we can just get like a before and after kind of thing. So here's what he looked like previously.
Surinoki has joined the fray. Thanks for following.
Yeah, here's what he looked like previously, and this is what he looks like now. And like, yes, I know like there's a whole bunch of detailing stages left to go, but I feel like the whole frame of him is just so much chunkier and like more hurty.
I could see getting a hug from him hurting.
Yeah, just full pain mode.
Fireflies lighting up the jungle would be great. Just little fireflies.
Yeah, I agree. Do you want to make them?
Will it be released? Will it be released in? Stop.
Hey, you with that idea. Want to make it?
Will it be released in plastic baggies? I like my games airtight.
It's like your mum.
Cease this instant. No.
That's also pretty hot, not gonna lie.
Stop. By generic looking jungle camps, I meant more like round boys from Paragon.
Round boys? Wait, you mean the old legacy buffs where it was like some weird little blue bug thing for the blue buff?
I guess.
Those things are cute. I felt really bad about murdering those.
I think he refers to the white camps, because they're pretty round, and they've always stood as white camps. They didn't really have any character to them other than just being little rounded robot-looking dudes.
Yeah, I suppose. Man,
Andreasis has joined the fray.
You remember when they redesigned the red buff and it was just like this big lava fucker?
Oh yeah.
That was sick. And then like I said, like the blue buff was just this little floating bug shit thing.
It's adorable. I like that.
Yeah, it's like what are you?
Somebody told me to kill it, and I was like, oh, okay. Andreasis has joined the fray. Thanks for following.
As a support, you're like, I feel bad doing this, and then they're like, it buffs your mana regen. You're like, fucking done.
Alright. Or in the words of Sob Moisty, fucking send it. That was the worst impression ever. I don't think they started designing jungle camps yet, but I could be wrong. Oh, okay. I don't think we've done it yet.
Did someone just correct us?
No, that was Booth. That was Booth.
Oh, okay.
You would not believe your eyes if 10,000 fireflies. Something. The song's
10,000 fireflies giving 10,000 hugs or something. Glowbugs giving 10,000 hugs. Yeah, but is it 10,000 bugs giving a hug each, or is it like?
He specified it on Twitter. He specified it on Twitter, and I have to find it now. I'm thinking it at all. Will the Prime Beasts have normal bowel movements, or will we never see any droppings in the Prime Pit? Are you asking us to model poop?
I will model those personally.
Hang on, I'm on it.
So his tweet was, as the lyrics of the song clearly state, the average layperson would not believe their eyes if 10 million fireflies were to illuminate planet Earth, nor would the average person conclude by natural instinct that 10,000 lightning bugs acting as a collective group are capable of embracing a human being 1,000 times without difficulty.
I hate that.
Hold on, wait. I'm sorry, there's more. I'm sorry.
Like, I hate that song.
Acting as a collective group, acting as a collective group are capable of embracing a human being 1,000 times without difficulty. By the same token, a gathering of lightning bugs in such vast numbers form a sort of swarm, and a swarm can collectively surround a human and deliver a hug that a single firefly acting according to the dictates of his own conscience simply cannot. Consequently, I was embraced 1,000 times by 10,000 luminescent insects. This may seem inconceivable due to the firefly's soft shell body, which is common among all winged beetles within the Lampridae insect family. Members of the scientific community may be tempted to cast doubt upon the possibility of this exchange due to the immobility of the prothorax and petrathorax, in addition to the elytra protruding outward while a firefly is engaged in mid-flight. However, I can testify to the accuracy of this exchange. I can furthermore add that while each individual hug took place, each firefly participated in the chemical reaction commonly known as bioluminescence, in which the enzymes within the firefly, in the presence of oxygen, magnesium ions, and ATP, emitted a chemically produced light or glow because they were happy to be hugging me. Please do not hesitate to reach out with any further questions. Stream Fireflies on Apple Music and Spotify.
Okay, my further question, can you tweet him this for me? Like, fuck were you smoking, man? Never in all my years. Never. Wait, what's the quote? I'm gonna have to try and remember this quote word for word. So bear with me. Never in all my years have I heard such incoherent babble. Nothing that you just said even came remotely close to making a point. And everyone here is dumber for having heard it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Oh man.
I will give a point to anyone who knows what that's from.
It was from like Family Feud, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, it was a movie, right?
Yeah.
Wall of Harmonies. Were you spending that entire time modeling poop while I read that?
Yeah. Wait, did you just come back to the stream to see poop?
Yeah.
Neat.
Supports lust for blood more than junglers. Just saying, I can neither confirm nor deny the validity of that statement. I will say that if you are deprived of a certain happiness, then you tend to long for it.
What, the thrill of the kill?
What? No. No.
Calm down.
Supports and myself are non-violent people. Can you put the scale model in the poop?
I can put the poop on the scale model.
Should there be random limbs and other body parts sticking out of prime poop?
Look, you've got a scale model sticking out of prime poops. Just
That was boof.
let's be happy with that, okay?
You gonna be sick?
Uncle Boof says
If you
Billy
have-
Madison. Uncle Boof is correct.
So speaking on the topic of like fireflies, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're
It'd
gonna
be
ask me
cool
to make some
if-
now, aren't you?
Yeah, sort of. You know those frogs that like hold their young on their back,
Yeah.
like where they kind of poke out of holes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool if we'd have some sort of creature. Well, I guess the fireflies that would come out of Prime Pit's back, and they would just kind of like hover around him.
What if Prime just threw poop at you? Somebody specifically requested that we don't do that, like earlier in the stream.
What?
What, throwing poop at people?
Yeah, you remember?
It's
There's
my-
a conflict
it's
of
my prime
interest.
beast, I'll do it if I want to.
You're gonna have to compromise with the person who requested that. Just tweet this. Can that statement be taken out and shot? Nobody, don't necro that post up just to make a comment about it. Supports are the only character that solely plays PvP. I don't know why people don't play more supports by that logic. Because you don't get the satisfaction of getting the kill. You have to be content with being Robin. And even Robin became Nightwing.
Yep. Nightwing smashed Harley Quinn, so...
I like how we spend this entire time. It was a Facebook post too. So he's like spend the entire time writing out that Facebook post.
And then we're just like, yeah, it's bullshit. No. No, I don't believe
How
it.
dare you, sir? I think he was just being facetious.
The frogs in the prime pit are gonna sing Ain't No Sunshine.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Can the frogs in Prime going to beta test some stuff? See you for now, guys. See you, Origin.
Catch you later, man. Have fun with your beta testing.
Bye.
Beta test some quality content.
Saying we're not quality content? That's fucking harsh, man.
He's not beta testing for us.
That's true. Even we don't beta test for us. What do I look like? Some kind of beta? How low is my self-esteem that I'm the sidekick in my own fantasy?
That just
could
means
be
you like
worse.
supporting people.
It could be worse. You could be the butler. Thank you, sir.
Oh my gosh. You need to mod a little poop too, because when players run into this guy in the jungle, they're gonna shit. Good thing it's scalable in the in the engine.
Yep, everything is scalable.
Scalable. If you want some fireflies,
Like,
Osville, I can
so-
totally make a spear.
So can you imagine that in the patch notes? So we were receiving requests from players that Prime's poops be made bigger.
Be what? Be what?
Made bigger.
Oh yeah.
So we've scaled them up by 150%.
I would love to write the patch notes, honestly.
That's going to be one of the least fun jobs for the CMs. Writing up patch notes and dealing with
I will
performance.
have some. I will do like the Discord patch notes. I'll make that fun.
Oh man, did you see
I
the Discord patch notes the other day where they were like, you need to listen to this song while you read the patch notes?
Yeah.
And I actually fucking did it as well.
I did too. I was like, yeah, I enjoy that. I love playing Muriel support. Played high maintenance Muriel. Muriel teleport card was everywhere. Was everywhere at once supporting every lane for about 15 seconds. About every 15 seconds. It could be worse, Robin. You could be pretty helpful, probably. What roles did we play? I main support and AD She. I'm just bot lane all the time when I play League.
I main mid lane.
Me too.
Okay, 1v1. Who's getting mid lane on the team?
It's cool, man. I can play offlane Gideon, so all good. What, you think I'm joking?
No.
Offlane Gideon
What
is
engine?
disgusting.
So what's
What en-
Gadget, dude?
Oh, Gadget, yeah. Gadget, I mean, Gadget was a monster, but so many people didn't understand how to play her.
Yeah, that's what upset me. Because whenever I pick Gadget, they'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing?"
And you're just like, are you kidding me? Check out my kill count.
What engine does this game run on? It runs on Unreal Engine 4 currently. Can we get rid of the poop?
No.
Guys, you need to
I'm
decide.
not gonna. I'm not gonna scoop that up. I'm not responsible for that.
Warren!
Warren!
Yeah, clean up after Prime Boss. You wanted to keep him.
Got a real
Can we have the
shitty job for you.
Wait, whoa. I heard my name from all the way across the room.
Yeah, you're gonna be in charge of picking up Prime Beast poops.
How about
Congratulations. Congratulations.
You've been promoted.
I'd call this demotion.
You guys are gonna randomly
Doesn't
see
matter what
Warren.
you call it.
You guys are gonna randomly see Warren like walking through the maps, picking up the poops. Like, oh god.
Swear to God, I'll make a 3D model of Warren just for that.
You are not using me as reference, good sir.
Can't stop me.
I can.
Any references to real life people is simply a coincidence.
This looks exactly like you, Warren. Yeah, it's a coincidence.
It's a coincidence. Space Channel 5, Space Michael. Thank you, Ulala. Can we have the Prime Beast to move through the jungle sometimes, just to give heart attacks to new players? Just kills first camp, turns to the right, sees the Prime Beast, has a heart attack.
I mean, personally, I would love that, but
I don't even think he would fit in between the jungle.
yeah,
lanes.
He just walking through the jungle. He just looks at you while you're attacking the jungle. Crowds just shrug his shoulders and walks off.
I mean,
You can't fight him.
That could be a potentially cool event. Like if there was a path through the jungle that only opened after a certain time, and it only opened up because the Prime Boss just walked through the fucking jungle.
Have a horror game mode, the horror mode for Halloween. Like what Warframe tried to do. The poop is sticking up the chat, literally. I'm sorry. How do you get the buff? Have you seen Jurassic Park? Some of us pump, some of us slump. You can always try some pump. Morgan might clear track. What? If the Prime Beast can fit through the jungle, then how did he get to the... If the Prime Beast can't fit through the jungle, then how did he get to the Prime Pit?
That
He made
sounds
him
like a
small when he
lore
got there.
question.
He may have been small when he got there. He probably wasn't always this big.
Yeah, it could have been.
You know.
I mean, there's a reason why his pit is so big.
Science.
Also, like, you know, some things grow in tight spaces.
It seems seems like not good, but like normally the goal is to break the thing that's encapsulating you.
You need to be careful with that one though. Like, you want to be asked back. Sorry, just blindly throwing innuendo out there and you're not getting it at all.
I didn't even I didn't hear what you said. You cut out for me, so I was like, huh?
I said some things grow in tight spaces, and then you were like, usually you want to break the thing that's encapsulating you, and I'm like, that might not always be a good thing. You want to be invited back.
Oh. I mean, to each his own. Two pits and he burrows in between them. That would be so annoying to fight him. He's done like 2% health and he just burrows down into the next pit. And then the enemy team is just sitting over there and they kill him and they steal. I'd be like, you know what? I'm done with this game.
Yep. I feel like that would be what people in bird culture call a dick move.
So I just moved Omega. I wonder if I wonder if he knows that he's in a different channel.
Why?
Why would you do that? That's fucking awesome.
Aw, man. That chitness armor is looking real good, Almighty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you for real now?
He didn't realize. Okay. Let's let's wait.
Let's see how far we can take this.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll start reading some stuff myself.
Did you see the episode of The Office where they were like, Stanley hasn't noticed that he's been drinking orange juice instead of coffee.
Oh man. And then there's like this one clip where they're all wearing mustaches that look like his.
Yeah. And then he's like, wait a minute. That clock's 5 minutes slow.
Ooh, it's time to go.
It's time to go. See you guys tomorrow.
Oh man, that was such a good episode. Alright, I'm gonna bring it back in. I feel bad.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. I guess I got kicked off. I
don't know, dude. That's fucked up.
Also, I'm gonna fight you. You and me, Cornfield, 3 p.m. Let's go.
Cornfield? Whoa!
What are we going about
Whoa! Tone down the casual racism, please.
What? What?
Oh wait, no, that's Cornfield. Never mind. Sorry, my bad.
Mexicans pick maíz, so that is kind of racist.
Is it? No, because out here in the suburbs, it's just farms and farmland. So if you want to get a fight done, you do it in a cornfield.
That's where you guys have your raves too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good. And but you gotta plan it. You gotta put it on your Google Calendar, and then just because, and so like because you don't want to take it like too late in the day, because people still have stuff they gotta do in the evening. You gotta plan at a good time. So 3 p.m. is normally the good time for.
Did you see? Did you see? There's a video that's been going around of this woman who called the police because some black guys were having a barbecue in a park. And
they were using a charcoal grill?
No. She was like, black people scare me. I feel threatened.
That's unfortunate, man.
It's just like the most tragically racist video that I think I've ever seen. And people were just filming her. And then, like, if I remember rightly, like, people just basically, like, they got a massive group of people to come and bring their grills to the park and just had, like, a big old barbecue.
I remember one of the video was this lady, she was like freaking out. She was like, they're using a charcoal grill, and Section 8 or whatever says you can't use charcoal. And then the lady on the 911 call was like, ma'am, I'm looking over the thing right now. You can use a charcoal grill at the park. She's like, no, you can't. You're reading the wrong section.
You need to watch season 2, episode 3. Clearly says propane and propane accessories only.
Steam stopped this stream stopped this okay.
Try refreshing.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was like, okay, yeah. Well, the stream stopped the Discord discussions. Okay, I guess people don't talk in Discord anymore. They come to the stream and ask questions.
That's fine.
Okay. Will the armor go down the outer parts of his arms and legs?
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Potentially.
Potentially. Could do. I mean, maybe not. Maybe.
I see what people are talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Pacific Rim Link. Hank Hill wrote the bylaws.
Boy, I tell you what.
No charcoal. Sounds like a good time for propane.
What if someone
What
if someone wants their steak well done? We ask them politely yet firmly to leave.
Politely, yeah. Oh my gosh, my family,
Peggy, them boys are whacking off in my tool shed again. Oh, I need to watch the film. I need to watch Beavis and Butthead the movie.
Maybe is always an acceptable answer when it comes to artistry. Yes.
Yeah. Basically, like, haven't got that far yet. Maybe.
Could have. It's a good idea. Let me add that to my list of things I intend to do now.
Yep. This is your notice of idea acquisition.
You're failing English? Bobby, you speak English. Can you make another version of this game where it's rated M and it's like Mortal Kombat where you rip out spines and blood goes everywhere?
I would fucking love that.
Project Phoenix Rising Prepare to Die edition.
Could you imagine if it was that savage, like weapons and magic spells and stuff did realistic damage, so like you get shot in the head, you die.
There was a Kickstarter for a product that was like it was a peripheral, and it was for blood donors. And so the way it works is that whenever you got shot in a game like Battlefield or Call of Duty, it would start drawing blood for the blood loss that you took in game.
What? What? Why?
Because they wanted people to like donate blood, but they needed a way to make it fun, I guess.
Sounds so fucking dumb.
And so people were like, so what if they like get shot a lot or die? Like, are they gonna like? What if it takes too much blood? And they're like, no, we have the systems in place so that if it takes a certain amount of blood, it just stops and doesn't take any more blood. I was like, you're gonna always have a professional watching. I was like, I was like, you're gonna give these people a vibrating controller with a needle in their arm.
I'm not getting people a vibrating anything. Like, I know the internet.
Especially if, like, you know those people who get upset and then stand up when they die or something. That you're gonna cause problems.
They don't realize they've been hemorrhaging for the last hour and they stand up just everywhere.
Or they stand up and they rip something.
The only thing that's been keeping them alive is the fact they're sat down.
Or they stand up and they rip something, they rip like a vein. You're just like, oh no, oh man, oh. This is like insult to injury. You died in the game and then you rip a vein because you stood up. Or is it which one is the insult? I guess losing the game is the insult. Adding injury to insult.
Yeah.
Make a story-based game where you play the support. There's a game called Who's Your Daddy, and I think that pretty much just defines the support lifestyle. Have you seen Who's Your Daddy, Almighty?
No.
So it's an indie game, and the entire purpose of the game is like a father and a baby, and the baby's goal is to kill themselves.
Yeah, I have seen this, and it's surprisingly true to real life.
Artificial has joined the fray. Thanks for following.
Thanks for following, man.
Like that,
we have like 20 minutes left of the stream, so if people want to start getting their questions in and.
Yeah, guys, if you have any last minute questions, please get them into chat. Will there be an announced trailer for the game with Gangster's Paradise for the song choice? That's Mr. Video's question.
If we can get licensing, I'm down.
Yeah. A Nigerian prince said he could give me $3 million, but he needs $50,000 to draw out the money. It would be great. It would be a great investment for your business. I think we're gonna have to take a hard pass just because we don't have $50,000 between the team.
Hey man, for that kind of reward, I'll find 50k. Remortgage my house, man. Tell me where to sign.
What are you designing today? Today we're working on the rework of Prime Jungle Entity. And accessories.
Poop.
Now with realistic poop.
Yeah. Now with at least 3 times more poop.
Now with basic.
One of the funniest like 4chan posts I ever read was this guy just like he posted up like photographs presumably of himself, like super shredded guy and everything, and he's like, I bet I get like 20 times more pussy than any of you losers, and the next comment down is like, well, 20 times 0 is still 0. It's like he's sunk the ship he was on just to bring down the captain.
Oh no, it's not that we didn't like it, it's just that it didn't work with, well, it wasn't that you didn't like it, Gur?
I didn't like it, no.
Yeah, Gur didn't like it. Gur, what do you consider a good bang for buck entry-level drawing tablet?
Do they still do bamboos?
No, they stopped selling Bamboo for the Intuos.
Okay, do they do an Intuos for like less than $100?
Not anymore. I think they have maybe an Intuos for $69. I'll check.
Like, there was a similar conversation to this in Discord earlier, and someone was asking, like, is there a screen-based tablet that you can get? Like I use a Cintiq, which is a screen that you can draw on, basically. And someone was like, can you get like anything like that for around $500? And we found what seemed to be some good alternatives. Like, they're not Wacoms, and that's fine. Like, Wacom have a kind of crazy and unfair monopoly on that particular market. Like, their stuff isn't even that great, but the problem is, like, nobody else's stuff is that great either, right? Like,
they're just the most consistent with it.
Yeah. Wacom is better than most, but they're still not amazing, and yet you still pay this insane premium for it. So we found a couple of alternatives for around the $500 mark, but that's still too much for an absolute beginner. But what I would say is, if you're looking at spending more than $100 on a tablet, then definitely go the extra and get something with a screen. Because to me, like, I've never liked the tablets where you like draw on the desk and look at the screen. I've always had this thing where like my hand just doesn't do what my eyes want it to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me the screen is like really important. But yeah, like that's the thing. Like if you're gonna go over $100, find something with a screen that's within your price range. If you are going for, you know, less than $100 or around $100, like anything around A4 size, I think is probably good.
I can't get into the Wacom website, so it's down right now. But oh, apparently it's also pronounced Wacom.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I have like no fucks to give on that subject.
Somebody was like asking it, and I just remember that random fun fact. This is pronounced Wacom. It looks like the water creator from Hellboy. Hey Osville, Spanish question.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
No. Me perdí algo? Me perdí algo? I don't know what that means. I can't find the download link for this game. Look harder. Okay, my girlfriend was wondering because the one she wanted one with a screen, but she was looking at around the $1,000 mark, and she could not afford that. Yeah, if you want one with the screen, the ones we were looking at were the Parblo, Parblo ones, and those Gur said that those looked nice.
Yeah.
And they're pretty cheap.
Relatively speaking.
But I think with these is a problem with shipping outside of.
Yeah.
I can't remember it exactly.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Because
like,
I was looking up that as well.
Yeah, some of the like less expensive ones, they're only shipped to certain places. Kind of stuff.
I'm trying to start my career in art development in games. So my question is, will my Wii U tablet be a good choice for my first day on the job?
Hey, do you know who I missed today? Do you know who we missed today? Who hasn't been in?
Who?
The Unreal Engine tech support guy.
Oh yeah, he hasn't been here.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah. You were so ready to answer some questions because you couldn't do it last time.
Yeah, Pablo only ships to Australia, Canada, and US.
Yeah. It may be too early, but is this game likely to require the same PC specs and memory as Paragon?
Yes.
I like how every time somebody writes Paragon in chat, they write RIP right after it in parentheses.
Rip in pieces.
OMG, I made a live stream. We're almost done though, but thanks for coming.
Yeah, we're ending in like 10 minutes.
Will the Prime actually move, or just sit and knit, or sit and hit? Lucky Clucky is.
Yeah, he's gonna move. Or she or it, like it's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah. Lucky Clucky has joined the fray. Thanks for following. Rip her. She lives in Scandinavia. Oh man, I'm sorry. There are a couple of services that ship things that normally can't be shipped, but you have to pay them as well. So she may be able to find one of those services. Alright, see you, Santos.
We have people on Discord that are constantly trying to ship people.
In China, they have a bootleg Paragon rep, and it's doing well. How will you compete with bootleg Paragon? By not being bootleg Paragon.
Yep.
We're just not. We're probably gonna just do our own thing.
Yep.
Like, it's pretty much just like we just can't compete with Epic. If you guys like us more, then that's just more of a good thing on our part. But it's not like something we strive for.
And the other thing as well is like, I can't compete with Chinese no-life developers.
Do you have any moves in mind for the prime boss yet? Swipe.
Swiper, no swiping.
Swipe and possibly punch. Or crush. We're still deciding.
Basically, like, every one of his moves at the moment is designed to just kill. So.
Yeah. Life end. Just 100 to 0. She's coming to visit. Hopefully she will use her money in my Amazon Prime responsibly. I mean, hopefully. I think they do sell the Parblo on Amazon Prime. Gnarly Tree Games has joined the fray. Thanks for following. Yeah, so if you can get it delivered while she's there, then yeah, sure. How will you compete with Private? No. Will Project Phoenix Rising be rivals to Smite? Rivals? I don't think rivals is a good word. I guess competitors technically is the right term, but it's not like we go out of our way.
Yeah, we're not aiming to like directly compete with other people. We just want to make a fun game.
You know? Game, guys.
Stop trying to create beef. There is no beef.
Everybody on the Smite subreddit. I heard you guys are trying to fight Smite.
No, there's no beef. No beef.
Heard you guys are trying to fight. Heard you guys are trying to fight Chinagon. I mean, no.
Bro, I can barely fight the urge to stay in bed all day.
If I can live with one kidney, I can live with 3. Our tribe doesn't have a doctor, so we just do dances around fire. Well, I mean, that's good.
In some places,
whatever
that's considered medicine, I guess.
Whatever works for you, man. Live your best life. What are y'all's thoughts on adding CC moves to the Prime Boss, like how Smite's Fire Giant can knock people up? It's dodgeable. Adding boss juking as an in-game skill. I mean, just normally in general, prime bosses tend to have some sort of CC, because I know Baron has a knock-up as well.
I think most CC from like prime bosses and jungle bosses are designed to interrupt like lifesteal abilities and stuff.
Yeah, or channels.
Yeah. We're gonna. Do you know what? Fuck it. Just answer all the questions in one go. We're gonna have a legit raid boss in a MOBA. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Full on raid
that
mechanics.
Is a joke.
Like
a joke.
Like waves of minions that you have to fight. We're gonna have different like attack phases that you have to go through. There's gonna be like an enrage timer. Just you know, like everything that could possibly fuck up your game and your day. Yeah.
Will the prime boss be able to grab one of the players and eat him or her? Like with the animation and all, just full on swallow an entire player, maybe even cut into a game-wide cutscene. People would get mad if we did a game-wide cutscene. Yeah. Like if you're in bot lane and you're farming and your farm gets cut off by watching somebody get eaten by the people will get mad.
Super mad. There's another question in chat. I have a stupid question. How is mitosis? I'm assuming you're asking what is mitosis. If I remember correctly from my early days in biology, you've got mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis, I believe, is the one where cells clone each other by literally direct cloning. They split themselves in half into 2 exact clones of the original cell. Whereas meiosis is creating a new cell by combining other cells. I think that's right.
Yeah. Thanks for. Oh, we're glad we could help, Captain Fail Sauce.
How is no? How is mitosis? Mitosis is good, man. It's kind of like how we live.
It also slowly burns us.
Yeah. So, like, the reason we get old and die is because our organs, basically, like, they slowly set on fire, like, really slowly over the process of, like, 80 odd years. Yeah.
We're all burning to death.
That's why like antioxidants are such a big thing, is because our blood goes through a process of oxidation along with like everything that's in it. We basically rust. We rust.
That's a great way to end the stream.
It is a great way to end the stream. And on that note, on that bombshell.
We still have questions.
Okay, well I'll do the final like turntable thing while you do the question thing.
Okay. During winter, can the Prime Boss have a holiday hat on, Santa hat?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Last questions right now. Can Prime be smooth? Be where he grabs the master and yells yeet and throws the master across the map?
I mean, that's kind of cool. Kind of like that.
We have to figure out how we're gonna make him say yeet. Since it's gonna be a
Yeah.
a soundboard. Bye. Bye. XD. No shade to Paragon rep, but for Master Skins, I don't think changing the color of someone's outfit really is worth a purchase of much attention at all. Can we expect some fun, creative skins?
Our current or the currently discussed method of showing progression within the art team, and it's kind of trickled out to the other teams as well a little bit, is different. We're not looking at doing like skins specifically to show mastery. We're looking at other ways to show progression for any particular master. Yeah, and that's about all I can say about that at the moment.
I have another stupid question. If I hit my iPhone battery, would I die? Also, if I do, where's the nearest hospital? Yes, and ask Google.
I've got to be honest, like probably not even a tenth of the way through the battery, you're probably not going to need a hospital anymore. Like you'll just be straight up dead, because phone batteries, like once you pierce them and they're exposed to air, the lithium inside reacts very, very violently and like just burns and pops and explodes.
So if you saw that and you were still eating it thinking, oh man, this is a fajita, then you just made a poor life choice.
Yep. Will the map be modified for holidays and or events? Probably at some point in the future, but possibly not, in fact almost certainly not at launch.
Will last hitting actually count towards levels? I know the mechanics team wants that to be an important skill that you have. I'm not sure what they're going to do about it though.
Yeah, and from what I've heard, like we're not going to be hand-holding about last hit.
Yeah.
So like not the way Paragon did it, where it's like, oh yeah, if you hit now, you're guaranteed to get the stuff. It's going to be an actual skill that you have to learn.
I have 3 toes, so can I have my own master called 3-toed belly? So is he going to be actually towing things like a hook, or is he just going to push things around the map because of the way you spell toad? Also, who's going to be making that master? Will you submit a character sheet for him?
Right. I think that's a good place to end the stream. So
Alright, thanks.
Thank you to everyone for coming. Thank you to the new followers, and thank you to our one new subscriber. I hope you all, have a great couple of days, and we'll see you on Saturday. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.